Well, hey, it's Farmer Dale coming to you from the garage, or working garage. It's where we keep all of our equipment at. So, hey, look at this. Sunglasses today, short sleeves. That's what I'm talking about. We're getting closer and closer and closer to planting season. We're still a little bit ways off, but we're getting closer and closer and closer. So, hey, I want to give you all a little update on what's been going on. I posted about 2 weeks ago, almost 2 weeks ago, that we started some seeds under grow lights with our kale, and we also started some spinach. And we'll post a picture of those, give you an update on those. But those are really starting to grow. They're starting to get their second leaves, which is really awesome. Today, I've had many people ask me, well, how do you start your seeds? So this morning, we started 144 pepper plants, seed blocks. So 144. That's 9, and we have 9 different varieties. So we're going to kind of go through those in just a second, and we'll come back to tell you which ones we actually plant. So we're looking forward to the peppers. We did a great job growing peppers last year, and we got a few different ones we're going to try this year. But I'm going to give you a little bit of glimpse of what we use. This right here is a 36 count seed tray. It has a water bottom to it, so we don't have to top water. We can water bottom those, which seems to work best for us. So that's the 36 counter, and this is made by Burpee. And that's not doing a burpee. I know some of you exercisers are going, hey, whoa, a burpee. It's a seed company. So, hey, those are really awesome. And then we have this 16 cell that will plant some squash, cucumbers, some things that need a little bit more space to get going. So we also have some of those that we use. One of the most important things that you need to use is a seed starting mix. Do not use just mulch. Mulch is not going to work for you. We tried that, did some test runs on several different types of things, and it just doesn't work. We've tried different types of seed start mix, but this right here seems to be the best that we have. We normally get seeds germinated in 2 to 3 days, 4 days. Pepper plants may take a little bit longer because it just takes a lot more heat for them. But this black gold made by SunGrow seed starting mix is some of the best that we've used. So we bought this on Amazon. You can get you some of that, which works out really well. And I'll show you what we planted today here in a second. But this is one of the things that we put on top. Once we put the seeds down, and then we coat this with perlite. And this perlite is a good absorption of the water. It doesn't just totally dry out, and so this perlite works very well, and we sprinkle that on top, and I'll show you how that looks in just a second. So that's the perlite. One of the important things that we bought was a sprayer to be able to use inside, so you didn't have to water to get things started inside, because you need to keep everything moist and being able to germinate that. So this sprayer is really important. We bought this at the box store in Memphis. So this has been very valuable. Not very expensive, but it's been very valuable. So those are the seed starting blocks. One of the other things you're going to need to do is make sure that you mark your seeds properly. I have messed up and thought, well, I'll just remember. I'm getting old. I cannot remember. So buy some, you don't have to buy these. I got these really cheap at box store the other day. But these are cheap. They're plastic, so they're not going to rot. I've used the wood. I've used just like popsicle sticks sometimes too. Those tend to rot, and they tend to fade away on the when you use a magic marker, a permanent marker. So make sure that you're getting these, and make sure you label your seeds properly, so that you can make sure you know what you're growing and what you're planting. Well, let me show you what it looks like in the finished product. this is what it looks like on the finished product. These are our Tiburon by Pablo. Yeah, no, I didn't say that right. But this is a jalapeno pepper. It's a little bit longer. But anyway, this is what it looks like, if you can see that in the picture. We put that perlite on top, and then we make sure that it stays moist. And then the other important part is that you make sure that you use some type of humidity dome, because we put these on heat mats. I don't have those with me right now, but we put these on heat mats to where we create heat for them. You can put them outside on a nice day and create that heat also, which I did those this afternoon, but I'll put those on the heat pads later on. But you need some type of humidity dome. These trays do not come with a dome. There are some that we bought with Hoss Tools that they actually come with a plastic dome. You can use a cellophane plastic wrap and put that on top. We found that's difficult to take off and put on, take off, put on, because you're going to have to make sure that you're watering your seeds. So the humidity is really, really important to these plants. So that's what it looks like. So let's talk about some of the different varieties of peppers that we're going to grow, and we're growing 9 different varieties this year. This is one that we grew last year for the first time, and man, it was a hit. We sold a ton of these. This is a Cinder jalapeno pepper. It's a little bit shorter of a pepper, but boy, it is pretty spicy, and it doesn't grow extremely large. It gets about 3-4 inches, and then it's time to pick. So we're going to have a lot of those. The next one that we're Tiburon Polano pepper. That's the one I just showed you that we planted. So we're growing those for the first time. These are a little bit longer. These are supposed to be really good for as stuffing peppers. So we're growing those. This one right here is going to add you a little bit of a heat to it. It's a Mamma Mia Rosa pepper, Mamma Mia. So it's going to be a red pepper. So those are going to be really good to put in some salsa or some other dishes that you may. Now a little bit of a sweet pepper. We got these Lola banana peppers that we're going to grow. We did not grow these last year. We're going to grow these this year. Lola banana pepper is what those are called. We grew these last year, and man, they really produced well. They're produced by Fairy Morse Seed Company, and these are the Hungarian yellow wax pepper. These are pretty spicy. We found that those are much spicier than what I thought they were going to be. So it's got a pretty good heat. I wouldn't say that they're as spicy as a jalapeno, but those are still, and they're pretty pepper too, pretty yellow. We grew some of these last year. These Greek pepperoni pepper. There you go. I'm pretty sure I said that right. It's a Greek pepper. Those were a little spicy for sure, but those would be great to go into salads or something like that to give you a different taste in salads. And then, hey, hot. We grew a cayenne pepper from last year. We're going to grow these again. These really produce really well, and so we're going to grow more of those and have those more at the market for y'all this year. And then we're going to go back with our touchdown green pepper. Those did pretty well last year, so we're going to go back with that green pepper. And one of my favorites, which I could just pick off the vine and eat in the garden, was these mini bell pepper. They were orange, they were yellow, they were red, they were greens, and they only got the size of a quarter, just about, maybe a little bit bigger than a quarter, but these were really, really good. Not spicy and not really sweet, but they gave you a nice little touch just to pull out and get a little snack. So hey, that's how we do it, and we just started our pepper plants today. Today's February the 19th. We normally give about 8 to 10 weeks on the peppers, and we're going to start tomatoes probably next week or the week after that. So things are ramping up. We're getting excited. It's going to be a great growing season. The Farmer's Almanac looks like it's going to be great weather. Hopefully in the next week and a half or 2 weeks, we've got a lot of rain coming in this week, but hopefully in the next 2 weeks it's going to dry out. We got our potato plot ready to plant, but we're going to have to let it get this rain out this next week and get into a little bit drier ground. So everything's looking good, and we're looking forward to a good growing season. And we'll come back with some other videos and talk about some of the other warm crops that we're going to have this year. So, hey, sun's shining. It's going to be an awesome. It's going to be an awesome time growing stuff this year. We hope that you enjoy this video. If you got any questions, send us those questions, and we will try to answer those the best that we know how. And we're still learning every day, trying to figure things out on the best way to do things. So, hey, make sure that you eat properly, that you eat healthy, drink water, that you exercise of some type, get some exercise. That's really important to move the body. Body in motion stays in motion, so make sure you do that. And hey, the third thing is, if you don't know Jesus, ask us about that too. We can give you a good way to give your life to Christ and to live a happier life, because you do live for Christ and not for something else. So, looking for a great season. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook, and we'll keep giving you updates on what's going on. Check out that picture of the kale. If you like kale, we're going to have a lot of it. So anyway, see y'all later. Farmer Dale, out.